And hello there folks, this is something you probably were not expecting, but it's WK Clan against Brain God on the fastest map on the Korean server. Not what I was expecting to find, but here it is, here we are, and we are diving into an unexpected encounter between WK and Brain. So let me introduce our contenders here on the map. We have QLOLQ. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, maybe it's an airplane, a fighter jet, maybe it's a tank, a car, I don't know, it's just QLOLQ here on the Teal Terran. And his partner is Gamza here on the purple Protoss on the bottom right of the map. And their last ally is, oh, this is going to be difficult. Okay, here he is. A lot of similar colors on the map. I'm going to have to do this. He's here. He is on the pink Protoss. 9 o'clock spawn location. Then we have, this is 30AOAB, orange Protoss, top middle of the map. And then we have Brain on the name Staxbly here on the blue Lurker, bottom middle of the map. And then of course we have By Alpha, Protoss, 7 o'clock spawn location. QLQ starts off with an 8 barracks, an 8 depot, 8 refinery, for a fast double factory build order into a triple, into a 5 factory build order. There comes the barracks, and there is the gas being mined. And all the other players, all the Protoss, are going for 7 pylon, then a 10 gateway and 11 gateway. There is another gateway coming out from all players. And then we have Brain going for a fast circling build order here. Goes for a 9 pool, then an 8 gas, another drone, Overlord. Then he gets no more drones or anything. Gets triple Zergling and then a hatchery. So he's going to go for that early speedling aggression to try and do some damage on his opponents. His drones are under attack there by 2 probes that are trying to annoy him. 2 probes trying to annoy Brain. Is he going to lose a drone? No, he's not losing a drone. He keeps the drones alive. Zerglings are coming out there to push the probes away. Now we're switching over to red versus blue because otherwise it would just be way too difficult to tell these white colors apart on the map. It's just way too difficult. They're all just pure white. Look at this. This is terrible. Why did Blizzard ever decide to introduce these absolutely terrible, terrible color combinations? We have some attempts at aggression happening there. We have Brain going straight for Gamza. Going straight for Gamza. Arrives on the scene. And starts hitting the cannon. Takes down the cannon. Takes down a probe. Is he going to get another probe? That's 2 probes. Going to go for number 3 there on the bottom. That's number 3 going to take... Oh, 3 probes and a cannon taken down. And now we have 30AOAB arriving on the scene as well. So yeah, 2 cannons taken down. Maybe he did not cancel them. He in fact did not get... Another probe goes down. Oh, he's taking so many losses. Down to 11. An attack attempt there is going to be made on Alpha. A couple Zealots there hiding on the top corner. More Zealots coming in there to Gamza's base. There's Zerglings on his base as well. Gamza took a lot of damage so far. Brain is practically untouched. Brain feels so safe. Wait, this is Vanguard. Like, this player is Vanguard. Okay, so Vanguard taking a lot of damage. Like, oh, huge amount of damage. Basically, everyone on Team WK is taking a lot of probe losses so far, and that is amazing for Team Brain. Because now 2 Protoss players on Team Brain have 7 to 8 more workers than the other team. Cyberhorror is taken down as well. Ooh, real big losses there by Team WK. They're just getting outclassed. But now QLOQ has his vultures on the map, and that might change the tide. Although Vanguard is still taking damage out of 10 probes. He's absolutely getting ass blasted. Not what I was expecting. This is some real big damage. Now, Dragoons arriving on the scene from Alpha. Alpha has some very fast Dragoons here on the map. Zealots there are chasing the Vulture, but not really working out. The Dragoons are too small in number to really make a big dent. But the cannon there on the top side can take it down. Once again, Vanguard loses even more money. Did not cancel the cannon yet again. 1 Dragoon there goes down. We have an attack there from Gamza trying to do some damage to Brain, but Brain has something's up just on time. I think Brain might switch over to making drones now. Yeah, he's making drones. He has a couple of Zergs that are entering the middle of the map to try and participate in the fight. at the moment, he is going to try to switch to an economy. He's going to build for an economy. He's satisfied with the damage they've dealt against the opponents. They're satisfied. Look at that. 19 probes for Gamza. He's behind by 6 at the moment. Almost 7. We have a 10 deficit for Vanguard. Vanguard has fallen behind a huge amount. But the Vultures here are taking control over the middle. Also, Alpha and 3 OAB have fallen behind in supply comparatively to their opponents because they did invest a lot of units into these attacks. So he's going to have to play defensive, very defensive. Cannons are warping in. He does not have Zealots to protect the cannons from getting hurt. So this is going to be... They might actually kill Alpha here, or just do a lot of damage. If those Zealots can just manage to get in there and get on top of the cannons, and yes, they do. That's all he manages to get a somewhat of a block at the top side, but he's in a lot of trouble. Although the probes are clipping into the Zealots there, providing a pretty good protection for the cannons in the backside there are still warping in. But it looks like he will be fine. It looks like he will be fine. The probes were pulled just on time. More Vultures are coming in though. The Vultures might get some kills, although Vultures don't do that well against Dragoons though. Dragoons are like the natural enemy of Vultures, but the Mines are the natural enemy of the Dragoons. So it goes like 2 ways. Oh, gets a mine kill on the Vultures. Trying to get in there, gonna try to get some mines in that corner there behind that. Gonna try to get some kills onto the Dragoons as well. Just keep on attacking, they just keep on attacking. While Brain is getting as many drones as he can, already on 33s, droning up at lightning speed. While Vanguard is still under attack. Now behind even more probes than before, down to 19, whereas Alpha is down to 17, so Alpha also lost a lot of his probes. The 308 is in a great spot. 308 is in the lead with the supply. Got the most workers, got the biggest army. He's in a very good spot. And getting gonna try to get a cannon there in the back. Gets the cannon and makes his way out of there. 308 OAB is really playing this really well. That guy has put in some work this game. Eyes in the middle there from QLOQ though. Brain catches the tank. But the tank stays alive. There's some pretty good control there from QLOQ. Pulls the tank to safety just on time. He's gonna try to get it anyway though. He's gonna have to kill the tank if he wants to stay alive. We got units there from Alpha coming from the backside though. There's no mines protecting this section. You can attack from behind and snipe the tanks. That's his plan, that's his goal. Get those tanks out of the race. The 2 tanks here went down to the high list. We managed to catch 2 tanks anyway. Getting up to Sunkens. Brain, this is gonna be a close call for Brain. It's all gonna come down to the 1 Sunken in the back. And these units from Alpha coming in to help him, although they're getting surrounded there by Zealots from Vanguard and Gamza. So this game is all over the place. It's all over the place. We have QLOQ now on 6 factories, 1 still on the way, gets a starport as well, has another command center in the back to help his economy grow bigger and stronger a little bit faster. Brain is losing his drones. His drones are under attack. They're getting target fight there by the Vultures. Mine being placed. Targets the mines with the drones. Oh, that was really good. Kills the mines with the drones before the mines can explode. That might have just saved his life. If the mines had triggered on the larva and taken down those drones, it would have been game over. So WK Clan is putting in some real damage here on their opponents. They're making Brain and his team work for the victory if they ever will achieve it, because Berserk with 40 supply against a team with Terrans and Protons like this is going to be difficult, although QLOQ is in immediate danger, and so is Vanguard. Although the Zealots from Vanguard, again, right in between the Dragoons, right in between there, getting forward, killed all the tanks. He's going to try to pull his units to safety. He's going to try to pull them to safety because Zealots are coming in. Dark Templar there on the scene, no detection anywhere to be found. Yeah, no detection anywhere to be found at the moment. What a Queen's Nest coming in there from Brain. He's got a double Evo Chamber and a Highless Den. He got a lot of hatcheries now. He's on 7 hatcheries. Got 1 more on the way. Hiders are entering the middle of the map, and now we see a swing in favor of Team Brain as 308OAB has a huge army. Supply is the biggest by far, most probes as well. He's never been attacked even once. There's so many Dragoons on the middle from both Alpha and 3OA. But I think that Vanguard might just die here. We have an Observer there on the scene as well, but this Observer flies into the cannons, so the Dark Templars are going to be a problem. Well, there's only one Dark Templar. But the one Dark Templar is going to be a problem, because it's going to be hurting a lot of stuff coming into this section here. A big fight. Everyone is on this scene here. Every single player is right here, right now, fighting in this choke point of Vanguard space. Tanks rolling in, but the tanks in target fire. They're going to try to get us around on the tanks. We have Vanguard Celas there from behind, trying to protect the cannon. We've got a Reaver on the scene from Alpha. Alpha has a Reaver on the scene despite losing so many probes earlier in the game. He's going to try to kill some probes of Vanguard, but Vanguard is getting those tanks up in the backside there. It has some protection, but Zealot's getting on top of everything in the back, and the front here is just a wild scene. Got a Reaver there. Kills the remaining enemies that were trying to protect him, but Vanguard has Zealots there protecting the cannons and tanks protecting the Nexus and the base. So it looks like Vanguard will survive, and now Lurkers are on the way there from Brain, who is now on 62 drones. 62 drones already after a pool Zergling with speed opening. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So yeah, this 3OA OAB guy is really good. He's been, I don't want to say he's been carrying the game, but he has been carrying the game. Although now Lurkers on the scene are turning the tide and gonna keep Vanguard locked in his base. That is a problem. They need observers right about now, and they don't have them yet. Do you have a scan there from QLQ? Yes, we do. A scan is on the scene based on 47 SCVs because he's not producing any SCVs. He's too focused on producing units and sending them into the fight. He's not producing any workers at all, and that might just be his downfall. You gotta keep your economy growing, and that's not what he's doing. He's got a triple command center, but he's not using them to produce any SCVs. That is a huge problem. He's gotta become bigger. He should already be on 60 SCVs. He's only on 47. That's a big problem. Finally, he starts making new SCVs, but it took him like a minute of no production so far. Also, the Lurkers are hitting the gateways. No detection on the scene. That's a problem. I said it before. That is a problem. And so far, Gamsa is playing pretty well, but he has no observers yet. Wait, there's the observer. He does have observers. He just finished. There's another one moving across the map to try and get vision on those Lurkers. Because on the middle, it's still a back and forth fight between everyone that is participating. Like, literally everyone is on the middle of the map. Brain is still growing bigger. He's got the Filer Mound already. Double Spire, triple Evo Chamber. Like, I'd say about 10 hatcheries. Getting a couple more as well. Brain has... he's got the most supply. Brain has the most supply. He's just speed running into late game technology. He's doing it really quick as well. He's doing it really quick. 86 drones. And that's almost entirely made possible by 3OA hard carrying the early game. Although he did just lose his workers to a storm drop or maybe a tank. I think a tank drop. I think a tank drop from QLQ just killed a lot of his probes. So that's a problem there for 3OA. He's gonna have to recover for a little while. He's got triple Nexus though. One Nexus finishing up just right about now. Some tanks on the high ground there keeping him locked into his base. Shuttle there gonna unload Zealots on top of the tanks to try and take them down. Likewise the middle there getting cleaned out by, I assume, Gamsa. So Team WK is hanging in there, playing a very good game and pretty much equalizing the game. Actually, correction. Team WK has a supply lead and they have control over the middle of the map. Vanguard is recovering as well. He lost some probes just earlier, but now he's back on 3-4 drop. They're coming in onto Brain, but Brain snipes out of the sky with some high levels there on the side. He's got Zerglings with the Filers ready to rock and roll with Plague, Swarm, and Untargetability. Although the tanks don't really care about Zerglings under a Swarm, but they do care about Lurkers under a Swarm because that is going to keep them out of his base. Gonna take care of those tanks on the high ground, but more units are rolling in over this right side. Brain is now facing a huge army all by himself. Tanks, Zealots, Dragoons, Templars. This is a huge obstacle to overcome. He's gonna try to do his best. Zergling's getting under the Dark Swarm, getting on top of the tanks. Tanks were sieged up way too far. That Dark Swarm Lurkers underneath is being a real problem for his attack. It completely decimates it. No observers anywhere to be found. No observers anywhere to be found. They completely botched the attack. If only they had an observer pulled into this choke point or just retreated, they wouldn't have lost like 150 worth of units in supply. That's a lot of units dead and gone, not worth it. And I think that might actually turn the tide because of a big drop. No, wait, no big drop yet. He's preparing the big drop, but it's not really gonna get in there though. He's not gonna work. Is it gonna work? Starts the loading. He makes it work. A single Templar, a single shuttle, finds its way through, kills a lot of his probes. He's down to only 18 probes. Vanguard is pretty much out of the game because you're not gonna participate in any meaningful way with only 18 probes, while Brain has over 100 drones. Some of those drones are going to be turned into sunkens, spores, hatcheries, so he's going to go down to about 90, but 100 drones on a Zerg is a red alert. That's a red alert. It should never be allowed to happen. Not with this race combination that they have going. One attack on the tanks, a little bit slow on the attack and armor upgrades, but he's got level 2 and 1 on the way for armor and attack, whereas Vanguard has... Oh, that isn't health. Let me just... Okay, that's Vanguard, level 1 attack, whereas Alpha is currently on level 1 attack. Like, they've all been slowed down by drops so far. And 3... Oh, wait. He got a drop off on Gamsa, down to 36 probes. His drops have been on fire, they've been on point, and now they're going to try to punish him with an attack. And they might maybe have to change their mind, because there's a lot of cannons in the front. A lot of the Goons and Zealots. Not going to work. They're not going to break into his base, but they're going to try to. But while they're trying to break into 3's base, Alpha and Brain are moving into the middle to take out all those tanks that QLQ has on the middle to regain control over this entire section and maybe go for an attack or for a flank. Guardians in the sky. Guardians are going to clear out these tanks on the high ground. They don't care about tanks. Guardians are the ultimate counter to tanks. He's going to do... Oh, they're mowing through the entire middle of the map, taking everything down along with them. And as you can see, the attack from Gamsa and Vanguard just completely falls flat on its tummy as they try to break through this frontal portion. Doesn't work. Drop there from Gamsa. Gonna try to kill some probes. Might work, might not work. We have vision on the high ground there. We've got vision beyond the high ground. We have Dragoons waiting to snipe the shuttles out of the sky. And yes, they will. Although maybe the High Templar will unload. Oh, High Templar does not unload. Probes run to safety. And they do clear out the sky here, surprisingly. They clear out the sky. Not what I was expecting. We have a couple of Dragoons. We have a Valkyrie. Got some storms happening as well. So yeah, they took down those Guardians quite easily. Was expecting the Guardians to take down those tanks on the high ground there, but I was wrong. I was wrong. QLQ is playing really well and keeping his team in the race because Vanguard has no workers. He's down to 6, even worse than before. Gums is back to 40, but still recovering, although he's not really producing consistently, which he should be, but it's going to be a slow recovery for Gums out there. Navarro's pulling back to Brain's base. Brain is going for an attack there onto Gamsa. He knows that Gamsa has no economy. Those tanks here on this corner, though, are being a huge problem. As you can see, they're tripping the Hylists up because the Hylists cannot attack them. So many tanks in the middle, though. Like, this is real control. It's going to be difficult to break through this entire middle section, but they're going to have to try one way or another. They're saying go, go, go. Every single player is going. They said go, go, go. It's time to break the middle of the map. Guardians, Devourers, Hylists, Lurkers, Dark Swarms from every single direction, but it's not going to be enough. I assume it's not going to be enough, because that's a lot of tanks. Although maybe the tank upgrades might not be good enough, and actually 1-2 is pretty good. 1-1 there from the Protoss players. On the top of there as well, we've got some Dark Temples on the scene as well. Lurkers are getting closer. The Lurkers are doing most of the work there, because they cannot take any damage. The Guardians in the sky are there just to play support and cheerleader, but the Valkyries come in and take them down. Look at that. Ooh, so easy, so easy. But, they finally do break through the middle. They finally do break through the middle, which gives them a free point of attack onto Vanguard, who's here on the 9 o'clock spawn location. And the goons here coming from Gamsa's base. We have Gamsa down to 39, lost some workers yet again. There's so much chaos going on. I keep missing all the drops. Here's 1, 2 drops from the Protoss players on Brain's team. Flies in, Vanguard has to dodge, run away, runs to safety, but the storm hits him anyway. Down to 1 single probe. I don't know where it is. There on the bottom. Call CG, leaves the game. Vanguard is dead and gone. And QLQ and Gamsa leave as well, and Brain's team with a very good performance, and Brain with just a lightning speed Zerg gameplay, and 3 OAB with a very strong Protoss game, keeping his team in the race when things looked very bad. When things look very bad, 3OA managed to just outproduce his opponents and get dropped at the same time, while Alpha, who took a lot of damage in the early game, managed to somehow survive a difficult situation, a difficult attack, and make a beautiful comeback down to like, I'd say 19 workers with almost no cannons, almost no production at all. Still managed to make a comeback. Very well played from all of the players. They only just wish that these colors did not suck as bad as they did. Like Vanguard is practically the same color as Alpha and Brain. That's just terrible. Why did Blizzard ever decide to introduce these colors? It's terrible. I really hope that one day they will fix these colors so that we don't have to suffer anymore as observers or as casters, being unable to tell them apart on the minimap. And imagine when you're playing a game. Imagine when you're playing a game and you got these colors that look the exact same and you cannot tell units apart on the minimap, or even when they're standing right next to each other. Anyway, that's it for today. RGB from RGB TV signing out. Exciting match with WK Clan against Brain. Brain's team comes out on top, victorious yet again.